Put already. Srimad Bhagavatam class 4:12:25. Tatrānudeva paravarāva chaturbhujāo Śyāmāo kishorāo arunām bhujechanāo Citāvavāsbhāstābhya kadam suvāsasāo Kirītaharāṅgadacharukundalāo. Tatra, there, Anu, then, Deva Pravarao, Deva Pravarao, two very beautiful demigods, Chatuhur Bhujao, with 4 arms, Shamao, blackish, Kishorao, quite young, Aruna, reddish, Ambuja, lotus flower, Ikchanao, with eyes, Chitao, situated, Avastabhya, holding Gadam, clubs, Suvasasau, with nice garments, Kirita, helmets, Hara, necklaces, Angada, bracelets, Charu, beautiful, Kundalao, with earrings. Translation: Guru Maharaj saw 2 very beautiful associates of Lord Vishnu in the plain. They had 4 hands and a blackish bodily luster. They were very youthful and their eyes were just like reddish lotus flowers. They held clubs in their hands and they were dressed in very attractive garments with helmets and were decorated with necklaces, bracelets and earrings. Jai Sri Radha. Guru Maharaj saw 2 very beautiful associates of Lord Vishnu in the plain. They had 4 hands and a blackish bodily luster. They were very youthful and their eyes were just like reddish lotus flowers. They held clubs in their hands and they were dressed in very attractive garments with helmets and were decorated with necklaces, bracelets and earrings. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The inhabitants of Vishnu Loka of the same bodily features Lord Vishnu, and they also hold a club, conch shell, lotus flower and disc. In this verse it is distinctly stated they had 4 hands and were nicely dressed. The description of their bodily decoration corresponds exactly to that of Vishnu. So the 2 uncommon personalities who descended from the airplane came directly from Vishnu Loka, or the planet where Lord Vishnu lives. Pamajnanatimirandasya ginanam gina shalakaya chikshodan militam yena tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Satvitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadama Dajati Swaparandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuddhapada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sakajatam Sagana Raghunathamitam Tam Sahi Sadvitam Shavadutam Parajinam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Shagantam Shyam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabadho Jagatpati Gopisha Gopika Kanta Taptakachna Gurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavanu Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namarom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here the very important point that this is all not fantasy. You know, people think that God is a fantasy. Anything of God is also some strange mythology. So here, Durva Maharaj is saying what he saw. As soon as he became liberated, what did he saw? He saw this. As soon as the symptom of his liberation were manifest, he saw a very beautiful airplane coming down from the sky, as if the brilliant full moon were coming down, illuminating all the 10 directions. So what he saw? He saw an airplane coming. So this is the point. That is not something whimsically written down. Actually, he saw. You follow? So spiritual things are there, but only it is not manifest because of our what? Contamination. Because we are materially contaminated, so we cannot see. You understand? It says, what is that? Ataha Sri Krishna Namadi. What? In this verse, Ataha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavat kriham indrayai sevamukhe jikvada swayame vispurti yadaha. Therefore, material senses cannot appreciate Krishna's holy name, form, qualities and pastime. That means if you are in the material conditioned state, you cannot appreciate. It is not possible for you to see that. Are you following? You cannot go to that level. That's also explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna also said that. Krishna says that you cannot see, but you cannot see me with your present eyes. It's not possible. You see how? Because people are always challenging. How can you show me God? God is there. This, that. They cannot understand this thing because with the material senses, our conditioning platform, we cannot see the spiritual dimension. So we need purified eyes. We need what? Behold, therefore I give you divine eyes. Krishna is saying again here. That means there are two different set of eyes. Yes? That means contaminated eyes and spiritual eyes. Yes? Correct? Is it not? So if you want to see spiritual subject matters, you need spiritual vision. And that means you have to purify your material life. And that is not something that you can try to get with your own strength. That also is not possible. You follow? It is what? Given. I give you. That means it is controlled by the Lord. It is not by your, what is that? The material scientists, they try to what? Speculate and find out. Huh? You understand? That's a verse. Even they can count the atoms in the whole world. I think it's in the in Brahma verse also, 10, 14. That's also. Yeah? 10, 14. My dear Krishna, I now humbly request permission to thee. Actually, you are the knower and seer of all things. Indeed, not this verse. Where are you? Before. 38. What? What verse is that? I don't think it's 39. What is it? Hmm? 27. What is it? 40. In time, learned philosophers or scientists might be able to count all the atoms of the earth, the particles of snow, or perhaps even the shining molecules radiating from the sun, the stars, and other luminaries. But among these learned men, who could possibly count the unlimited transcendental qualities possessed by you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who have descended to the surface of the earth for the benefit of the living entities? So you see the point. 10, 14, 7. Yeah, this is the one. 2740. What is that? 2740 you can read.
Who can describe completely the prowess of Vishnu? Even the scientists who might have counted the particles of the atoms of the universe cannot do so, because it is he only who in his form of Vikrama moved his leg effortlessly beyond the topmost planet Satyaloka up to the neutral state of the three modes of material nature, and all more was known.
So you see how you cannot understand the glories of the Lord. It is not possible for to figure it out. fact, the Lord Himself also said, He also said here, He says, Supreme Lord said, my dear friend, I've taken thousands of births, lived thousands of lives and accept thousands of names. In fact, my birth, activities and names are limitless and thus even I cannot count them. And we with our tiny brain and tiny instrument, we are trying to figure it out. Yes? Possible? Huh? He says in the next verse, after many lifetimes someone may count the dust particles on the earth, but no one can ever finish counting my qualities, activities, names and birth. Even Krishna he can't count, we want to count. You see? So therefore these things are all revelations, You cannot see God with your what? With this tiny little eye. It's not possible. So these things has to be shown. This thing has to be shown. Just like this Arjuna saw with the universal form. And then he became very much frightened. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this universal form. I want to see something more beautiful. Right? What is that? 11:50? 50 is it? 11:50 I think. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, having spoken this to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form and at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So you understand this point? God had to show us. You cannot see God, that's not possible. The seeing thing is a very, it's a myth. So the process is just like here, Dhruva Maharaj, he surrendered. He took up the process and when he became very purified, he became spiritually advanced. What was his symptom of advancement? As we saw, we read that. His thing is 17. Because of his transcendental bliss, incessant tears flowed from his eyes. His heart melted, and there was shivering and standing of hairs all over his body. Thus transformed in a trance of devotional service, Dhruva Maharaj completely forgot his bodily existence, and thus he immediately became liberated from material bondage. So this is the liberated platform. Liberated platform is not some artificially it is done. It is what? It manifests. Just like if you got a fever, it manifests, you got high temperature, is it not? If you have diarrhea, you go to the toilet many times. So similarly, when you have the gone to the spiritual platform, then you also have that symptom. What are the symptoms? Standing of the hands, tears, choking of the voice. There are 8 kinds of a transformation. Sat, Asta, Vikara. Asta, Sat, Vikara. So the transformation happens. And then he saw the plane coming down. Not only the plane, he saw person. This is another important point. Many people think God is impersonal. Yes? Yes or no? They think like this. It is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. They think like this. They think like that. This is what they say, most of these people. Avyaktim vyaktim apanam manyate mama buddhaya param bhavam jananto mama avyam anuttamam. Unintelligent man do not know me perfectly. Think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. So they think that God is ultimately what? Somewhat? Some light. Right? You follow? So to defeat all these statements, the plane came and there were two personalities inside the plane. The plane was autopilot. He came by autopilot. How did he come? There were two personalities. Yes.
Plane also is living, right? Spiritual world.
Huh?
Spiritual world, even the plane is living, right?
Yes. Everything is spiritual. So the personalities, they were, they are described, their features are described. Right? They had eyes, lotus eyes. They have hands, four hands, not two hands, four hands. Again, distinction. Anybody got four hands here? Huh? A four hand color. The color is what? Shama. Shama means what? Almost like the dark blue cloud. Just like Krishna in the what? What is that? Brahma Samhita is said. What is that verse? 5. Here you, no, this was not 39, 38. Not this verse. Venam kavantam ravindaladayu dakshyam varahavantam samasitam buddhasundarangam kandarpakodhigamaniya vishesha shobham govindamadi purujam tamaham bhajami. What is that? 2 what? 5? 30 is it? 31 maybe. Huh? 30 or 31? So you can see here the color of the Lord is given, right? Asita Ambuda. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with booming eyes, with lotus petals, with head bedecked with peacock feathers, with a figure of beauty tint, with the hue of a blue cloud. You see that blue cloud there? Huh? And his unique loveliness, charming millions of cupids. So Krishna's color is also given. It is not that it is all whimsically stated. And similarly, when the associates come, they also have the same feature. There says there are 5 kinds of liberation. There are 5 kinds of what? Madhya what? What is that? 5 kinds of liberation. Madhya 6 266. Huh? What chapter?
6th chapter, 266 verse.
266.
Six.
There are 5 kinds of liberation: Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sasti, and Sahujya. Now, what are they? Purport. Salokya means that after material liberation, one is promoted to the planet where the Supreme Personality of Godhead resides. Understand? That means you get the same loka, place. And Samipya means remaining an associate with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They become what? An associate. They become his friend, his servant. And Sarupya means attaining the four-handed form exactly like that of the Lord. So these associates who came, they have got this what? Salokya. Sarupya. Sarupya means same form as the Lord. And Shasti means attaining opulence like those of the Supreme Lord. That means they become as opulent as the Lord. He has got 6 opulence, right? What are the 6 opulence of the Lord? He's got all wealth, he's got all beauty, all strength, what? All knowledge, all renunciation, and one more. Strength. So that opulence are there, and Sahujya means merging into the Brahman effulgence of the Lord. These are the 5 types of liberation. So the personalities who came on the plane, they were liberated souls, and they had the same feature of the Lord. So this does not show that God is impersonal. Does it show God is impersonal? No. So this process is not something which is whimsical. You understand? It is a tangible thing, just that we are not being aware of. Even Krishna spoke about this in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna also said in chapter in this verse, Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha Manmaya Mam Upashrita Bahavo Jnana Tapasya Puta Mad Bhavam Agataha. Here in this verse it says, been freed from attachment, fear and anger, and been fully absorbed in me, taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by of knowledge of me, and thus they have all attained transcendental love for me. In other words, many people have also what? Have gone. It is not that it is some story. What? Some story. Some story. It's fact. In fact, there's another verse also. It says Janaka Adya. What is that? Bhagavad Gita. Janaka Adya also, the verse. You can search. So spiritual life, it is not a speculation. What? 320. Here again, you can see, right? King such as Janaka attained perfection solely by performance of prescribed duty. Not this one. Here you see this another verse. Napnuvanti Mahatmana Samsiddhim Paramam Gata. This is explained again. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world which is full of miseries because they have attained the highest perfection. So many yogis have also gone back. They are following. So this thing that Krishna, this Durva Maharaj seeing a plane coming down, associates planning to take him off, this is not some, stories. It's something which is factual. The only thing is that we have to have the vision to see that. So to see that, we need purification. The devotional service that brings you to that stage, that's explained. And just like here, you see, in this verse, how the process is explained here. Adau Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Ta Bhajana Kriya Tato Naartha Nivritti Syat Tato Nishta Ruchis Tata Atas Shaktis Tato Bhavet Tata Prema Abhidanchati Sadhakanam Ayam Premana Pradhur Bhave Bhavet Kramaha. So here, this is the process. In the beginning, one must have preliminary desire for self-realization. This will bring one to the stage of trying to associate with persons who are spiritually elevated. In the next stage, one becomes initiated by an elevated spiritual master. Under his instruction, the neophyte begins devotional service. By execution of devotional service under the guidance of the spiritual master, one becomes free from all material attachment, attains steadiness in self-realization, acquires a taste for hearing about the absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. This taste leads one further forward to attachment for Krishna consciousness, which is matured in bhava, or the preliminary stage of transcendental love of God. Real love of God is called prema, the highest perfectional stage of life. So this is explained again here, another place, how this is further explained. Devotees of the Lord constantly discuss the glories of the personality of Godhead among themselves. Thus they constantly remember the Lord and remind one another of His qualities and pastimes. In this way, by their devotion to the principle of Bhakti Yoga, devotees please the personality of Godhead, who always takes away from them everything inauspicious. Being purified of all impediment, the devotees are awakened to pure love of God. Thus, even within this world, their spiritual bodies exhibit symptoms of transcendental ecstasy, such as standing of bodily hands on hand. So again, the symptoms are the same explained here. What Durva Maharaj is experiencing is also confirmed by the Lord here. You understand? It is not that somewhere he said something and something else he said something. It is not. It's all runs concurrently. What? You understand? So if you develop symptom of love, means you will have this ecstasy. Of course, you cannot fake it. Faking is something else. This is another nonsense. Yeah? Having achieved love of God, the devotees sometimes weep loudly. She is crying, so practice that. Oh, Krishna! Not possible. 1 day, 2 days you can do that. You cannot do all the time. That's not possible. Understand?
One time somebody came here doing like this. And the devotee came and asked Gopal, how to know they are real or not. Go and keep them high. He's really getting up, then he's okay. He's not getting up, he's okay. He's not getting it. Keep them high.
After all the wailing, they are outside the temple smoking their bidi. Then you know this bidi smokers. Absorbed in thought of the infallible Lord, sometimes they laugh, feel great pleasure, speak out loudly to the Lord, sing, dance. Such devotees having transcended material conditioned life sometimes imitate the unborn Supreme by acting out His pastimes. In sometimes achieving his personal audience, he remains peaceful and silent. See, they are all the symptoms. You cannot try to, what? There's no cheating involved. These are all clearly spelled out. So the process is also there. You have to practice Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not something that you can do whimsically. No, you must be what? Guided by the spiritual master. You understand? That's why it says here in this chapter, what is that? Tasmat Guru Prapadye 3, 11, 30, 29, yeah? 21. See here, this is the point, very important point here. Tasmat Gurum Prapadyeta Jigyasu Sreya Uttamam Sabde Parecha Nisnantam Brahmani Upasam Ashrayam. This is the first thing that one has to do. Therefore, any person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a bona fide spiritual master, take shelter of him by initiation. The qualification of the bona fide guru is that he has realized the conclusion of scriptures by deliberation and is able to convince others of this conclusion. Such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, leaving aside all material consideration, should be understood to be bona fide spiritual masters. Someone who has set aside all material consideration, can he fall down? Can a spiritual master fall down? Possible? Can. Kali Yuga. So spiritual master can fall down. What? Bona fide he cannot. I mean, unbona fide he can. So you are supposed to take a bona fide one or unbona fide one. Which spiritual master you should take? Unbona fide.
But what if I am a disciple of the Guru and then he's fallen down, but I don't understand that he fell down and thinking he's still okay. Thinking he's bona fide. You cannot see that he fell down.
We all can read this. Can we read together? Please. So what is the answer? If you follow this kind of a person, what's your position? Similarly, those who mislead people go to hell and their followers go with them. What's that? Blind following means what? What? Where you go? So you cannot plead what? What's the word? Innocent, ignorant. You cannot go to the judge and say, I'm sorry, I don't know the law. Can you say that? Not possible. The expected no. Understand? How to find out? How to find out the Guru has fallen down? members of the renounced order who fail to uproot the last traces of material desire in their hearts remain impure, and thus you do not allow them to understand you. Although you are present within their hearts, for them you are like a jewel worn around the neck of a man who has totally forgotten his death. O Lord, those who practice yoga only for sense gratification might suffer punishment both in this life and next, from death, for you will not release them, and from you, whose kingdom they cannot reach. So that means if a person who claims to be a spiritual master and is attached to sense gratification, means she has fallen down. A spiritual master, it is explained here, a spiritual master means one who has taken exclusive shelter of the Supreme Lord, Vasudeva, become free from fruitive activity. That means first thing he must be free from all karma. Jai Sri Radha. So a person who is free from all karma, how he can have again karma? Which are based on material lust. Is it clear? In fact, one who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord is free from even the desire to enjoy material sense gratification. Plans for enjoying sex life, social prestige and money cannot develop within his mind. This is how you check. If he has got all these conditions, that means he has fallen down. Yes? What? No, Orissa, whole world has. Don't say Orissa.
Yeah, to see like this, disciple first of all must be sincere in his spiritual life. If he is not sincere, he wants to see that his Guru is not fallen down. No matter what, even he sees all this, oh, my Guru is not here. Even he enjoys sex life with his own, like for example, disciple, Guru had sex with his wife and then he's still thinking that he purified my wife's womb. This kind of understanding, he does not even see.
So therefore, how to see? That's the next question. Disciple can see this way, but how you to see properly?
We cannot develop the great love, attraction towards spiritual service. In this condition, with this contaminated Guru, there won't be desire for devotional service and lack of interest in Krishna consciousness and all those things.
The point is that how to see now. You have to learn how to see with the eyes of the scriptures. Understand? You cannot see with your mundane eyes. You must learn how to see with the Shastra. Shastra Chakshusha, Prabhupada said. So you must learn how to see everything based on scriptural evidences. You understand? Is there any history in the Shastra that the Guru has sex with his disciple wife? Is there such an incident? Huh? What? Is there? Then it is not wonderful. You follow? A spiritual master cannot, plans for enjoying sex life and social prestige and money cannot develop within his mind. What to speak about acting? Thus is considered Bhagavatam. This word here, Bhagavad means what? Huh? What do you mean? First class devotee. I mean, if you are first class, these things cannot. The word is what? Cannot. And if it's occurring means it's first class. Then what class is he? If these things are coming in his mind, what class is he? It's no class. Low class. So this is the problem. And many people are sentimentally getting very much hooked up into some certain personalities, and then they just give their heart and soul to him, and he does all nonsense, then cheat them and go away. So these kind of things are very much prevalent in today's society. So therefore, education is important. That you must know what is right, what is wrong, based on what? Which is explained here. what is Tasmat Shastra Pramanam? See, Tasmat Shastra Pramanam te Karya Karya Vyavastito. Today is the word also, Vyavastito. Today is the word, Sanskrit. Jigyato Shastra Vidapnuktam Karma Kartamiharasi. So one should therefore understand what is duty, what is not duty by the regulations of scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So you want to get yourself elevated, you must base your actions on what? Shastric evidences. Pramanam. Pramanam means what? Pramanam is what? Proof. You cannot just say, no, he is my guru, I like him so much, every time he see me, he puts a big collar on me. What? This is sentimental thing cannot work, because out of sentiment and emotion we can get carried away. So therefore we have to be very, very cautious in trying to see what is right, what is wrong, based on shastric evidence. Shastra means what? Dharmam tu Shakchat Bhagavat Pranitaha. This Shastra is given by who? What is that verse? 6.1, I think. 6? I think 6.1 something, right? 6.3. 19. So this is explained here in the Bhagavatam again. The word here, you see, Dharmam tu Shakchat Bhagavat Pranitam Nava Vidu Rishayo na api Devaha Nasiddha Mukhya Asura Manushya Kuto na Vidyadhara Charanadayaha. Real religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although fully situated in the mode of goodness, even great rishis who occupy the topmost planet cannot ascertain the real religious principle, nor can the demigod, the leaders of Siddha Loka, to say nothing of the asuras and ordinary human beings, Vidyadharas and Java. Nobody has got the authority to give this religious principle except who? Krishna himself. So nobody can rewrite scriptures. They say, no. Yeah, I can do this. No. You follow? So therefore, this is the safeguard. Our safeguard is the scriptural base. And if you don't know the scripture, then what to do? They say, what is that verse? Krishna comes, what is that? Yada yada yadharmasya glani bhaviti bharata abhyuktanam adharmasya tadarnam sijam. You see, Kali Yuga is bad. That's why I've come now. They say like, I've now descended.
People say that scriptures are written by human beings.
Scriptures are written by human beings. Again, they say, how you defeat that point? The scriptures are written by human beings. How you defeat that argument? Huh? Proper human being. How do you defeat this argument that scriptures are given by ordinary human being? It is paper and ink one. Yes? Yes? How you defeat this argument? What? That Vedas is Krishna's, yeah, but this book is written. How? How you defeat this argument? Come on, what do you say? You don't know. Huh? How you defeat this argument that scriptures are written by ordinary human beings? Ordinary human beings have got 4 defects. Yes? What are they? What the verse? They subject to mistakes. Their senses are not perfect. Their senses are subject to illusion, and they have the cheating propensity. With these 4 defects, anybody write anything, it will become what? Useless. Understand? But the scripture, if you read them, if you can find faults in them, then yes. But this scripture is beyond any kind of what? Mistakes. There's no human error involved in this. Nor it's been speculated. Now, how do we prove the point? How do we prove the point? This scripture has been existing in since time immemorial, correct? And in the Bhagavatam, it is predicted the advent of Buddha. Lord Buddha came how many years ago? 2005. His descent was predicted. The town where he is going to come is predicted. Where is that? Lumbini. And his mother's name was predicted. What's his mother's name? Anjana. Correct? You understand? So if something is defective, written by man, how you can do this? And this is one incident. And then the symptom of people who are going to be getting to exhibit when they are in Kali Yuga is also described. Yes? What is that? They like to worship hair, long hair. Yes? They will be, their age will be reduced to almost 30 to 50 years. The woman will jump from one man to another man. Described. All these things are predicted. So how can something which is written by man prove that this is, yes? Is it possible? Possible? So it is not written by man. Yes. How in the womb the child is exhibiting, how he goes to hell, what kind of karma he is getting, all these are very vividly described. The movement of the planets, that no human being can visualize these things. It must be, understand. Therefore Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, this he called this, he's called this secrets. He call it revelations. Sa eva ayam maya te dya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktoshime shaka cheti rahasyam. These are what? Revelations. Understand? It's not something that is somebody, concocted like Shakespeare. Okay, book Shakespeare and Sanskrit the same? Same? What? Macbeth. Same? Same. Another important point is that when you read these books, what you get? What do you get? Nothing. What do you get? When you read this Shastra, what do you get? Knowledge, yes. What else? We get free from birth and death. Very good. What else? What else? If you accept scripture, ya shastra videm yustrija vartate kama karataha nasa siddhim avapnoti nasukam na param gatim. In other words, here it says that you reject the scripture, you don't get happiness, you don't get perfection, you don't get supreme destination. In other words, if you accept the scriptures, then what you get? You understand? You understand this? So if it is some ordinary thing, then how you will get these things? You cannot get them. Are you following this? Are you following this? So you have to understand, spiritual books are not something which is ordinary. Unfun. This is different. Spiritual books are what? As it says in this verse. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikave Mukyanti. This was breathed into the heart of Brahma. Understand? It was what? Given. And recorded only by Vyasadeva. You understand this point? You see here is the translation. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge into the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. So you mean to say God giving this thing is bogus? Huh? There's no use worshipping God. Are you following? Is it clear? Huh? So do you think this is written by man? What? Yes, there must be a disciplic succession. It is called Shruti Pramanam. Shruti means what? Earth. Understand? It is not speculated. Speculation has no hold. It is useless. In fact, Lord Brahma said, give up this speculation and just surrender to the Lord. Then He will reveal all this to you. You follow? Then you can understand how Dhruva Maharaj became perfect, how the plane is coming, who are the residents of spiritual world, how to go back. All this you can understand. But if you try to speculate, then I don't know where you will go. Maybe Changi Jail.
There are so many universes.
So many universes.
Universes and so many headed Brahmas are there. Many headed and all. But why only four-headed Brahma is described everywhere in Bhagavatam?
Because this Bhagavatam is talking about this universe. Understand? We are now here. Why talk about somebody else? Backyard? What's the use? Huh? You don't want to take care of your backyard. You want to talk about somebody else. What's the point? Huh? Does it make any sense? Are you understanding? Useless. Huh? Anything else? Alright, it's getting late. Huh? Sloka for 4 defect. What?
Adi 7.107.
Madhya. Adi.
7.107. And also
Yeah, here the Sanskrit you see here. Brahma pramada vipralipsa karana patava Ishwarera vakya nahi dosha esava. See? Ishwarera vakya nahi dosha esava. Understand? Translation. The material defects of mistake, illusion, cheating and sensory inefficiency do not exist in the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
2.86.
Huh? 2.80. Mistakes, illusion, cheating and defective perception do not occur in the sayings of authoritative sages. Again, the Vyasadeva is an incarnation of the Lord. He has written it down, but there is no mistakes in it because it's God's representative. You follow? Huh? So this is a nonsense thing that this is man written. Huh? Yes. It's the literal incarnation. You understand? Huh? Can see here, I think it's 1 What is that? Sattvata Samitam 177. Yeah, see? Yashyam, why? Not this one. Anatopasam Shakshat Bhakti Yogam Ajokchaje Lokasya Ajanantu Vidvam. Vidvam. This Vidvam is referring to Vyasadeva. Chakre Sattvata Samitam. Which the material miseries of the living entity which are superfluous to him can be directly mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. But the masses of people do not know this, and therefore the learned Vyasadeva compiled the Vedic literature which is in relation to the supreme truth. This is what? Compiled by who? There's another verse. Krishna Veda Puran Kaila. Jiva Mukta. Maya Mukta. What is that? Jivere Kripa. Eh? Madhya 20.1. No, this. 1, 2, 2. माया मुग्ध जीवेर नहीं स्वतः कृष्ण ज्ञान जीवेरे कृपाय कैल कृष्ण वेद पुराण. Is that? The conditioned soul cannot revive his Krishna consciousness by his own effort, but out of merciless mercy, Lord Krishna compiled the Vedic literature and its supplement to Puran. You follow this? So don't think that the scripture is some nonsense, it is some story. Yes. Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Vedanta Krit, Vedanta Vit, Videva Chaham. I am indeed the compiler of the Vedas. You understand? See that? Vedescha sarve aham eva vidyo, Vedanta Krit, Vedavid eva chaham. By all the Vedas I am to be known, indeed I am the compiler of the Vedanta and I am the knower of the Vedas. So how can if something given by God become defective? Can it be? Can it? Another amazing thing is that you can read the books, the Shastra. Can you get tired of it? Can it? It's always what? Interesting, new and newer facts. Why? Because it's from God. You understand? Cannot be some mundane thing. You follow? So you can make an experiment, you think if it's written by man, you please read and see. You try to find out some fault, see if you get tired of it. Right? Yes? When you make an experiment, if you are also changing, if you are becoming a devotee, then something is working, right? Yes? Yeah, Vedesa Durlabha means non-devotees cannot understand this. By the Vedic way, you cannot understand it. No, that means that the Vedas, through the Vedas, you cannot try to go to God. Because the Vedas deal in the three modes of material nature. Understand? So you want to understand Krishna, you must go above the Vedas. Transcend. Even Krishna said that Bhagavad Gita. What? Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Naistru Gunya Bhavajuna. Go above. And that's what Hare Krishna means. The next verse, tomorrow, the verse, you see the verse tomorrow, we are going to read that verse. How chanting, so powerful. It's beyond everything. Veda is Narayana Sakshat, but if you use the Vedas for Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda portion, then you miss the point. You have to know the Vedas through the spiritual master. If you just try to find out Vedas and do all this Karma Kanda stuff, you miss the boat. You follow? That is what is not possible to go in through that way to understand God. Yes, you must come to Bhaktyamam Abhijanante Yavan Yashmin Tattvataha. Only by devotional service you can understand me as I am. Even said in 1155, only by devotion you can see me as I am. Again, two different points, Alright, it's getting late. Any other things to add? Thank you very much. Any questions in the net?
Krishna showed himself form to Arjun, Yashodhamai, and Uddhava,
You show to Uddhava?
Uddhava also,
Somewhere where? Don't say somewhere where. Then it will confuse me. I have also read, I never heard this, Uddhava saw this universal form. I only know Arjuna saw the universal form and he showed a gigantic form to Duryodhana. There are two incidents. Did the Uddhava saw it? I don't, you got some Uddhava new book? Huh? Where?
No, he says Yashoda also.
Yashoda saw the
Not universal form.
He saw the universe inside a mouth. It's different. You follow? Huh? So what's your question about? Nothing. Finish. Alright. Okay, thank you very much. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, go, Premanand.